afterthought Thursday, and today going to be basically like, it's gonna be a lot of things. It's gonna be kind of like a rant type video too. It's gonna be basically like colorism and basically like dating preferences type, you know. So yeah, let's get into the video. I'm gonna start with like dating preferences, and I have noticed that a lot of people have been like bashing black women for some reason, specifically like darker toned women or just black women in general. I've seen a lot of videos of people saying why they don't date black women, or you know, all this other stuff. And let me get this clear. I personally do not care if you are a black male, white male, Asian male, and you don't date black women. That's not the problem. The problem is when you go on social media, or you go on a rampage basically saying about how terrible all black women are, because just because you've only dated a couple of black women doesn't mean they're all like that. So it's kind of, to me, it's kind of stupid when people, you know, they say, oh, I don't date that type of group of people because they've only talked to a couple of bad ones. I mean, I feel like when you label, like, it really makes me upset when people label one whole group because they've, you know, experienced a couple of bad things. It really makes me mad, because I see, like, I feel like it just makes black women look bad, because you have all of these people that's like, I don't date women because black women because of this, that, and the other. And it's just like, not all black girls are like that. So it's like, it's really annoying. One is self-hate. Like, you know, how you gonna hate on black women when you came from black women yourself? Specifically, I'm talking about black men right now. I can't stand when I see black men talking about, you know, oh, I don't date girls darker than me, or I don't date girls that are, you know, black. I don't date black women because this, and that. And I'm like, but you came from a black woman? That doesn't make sense. I just feel like your auntie's black, your mama black, your cousins are black. Like, I don't understand where that comes from. It's just like, in a sense, that's like really self-hating, because like, how you going around saying that you don't date people darker than you, but you as dark as my shirt? Nah, don't do that. I personally don't believe in like a dating preference. I feel like it's kind of stupid to generalize one group of people just because you feel like that's how all of them are. It's annoying when people are just like, I don't date them people because they act like this, and that. Not everybody acts the same no matter where they come from, because that's just not how it works. Not how it works. And that's really ignorant to think like that, because it's just like, you wouldn't want somebody doing that to you, so why are you doing that to somebody else? I just get tired of, you know, people hating on black women in specific, like in general. It seems like black women are the only people that are hated on when it comes to like dating and love and all of this other stuff, and it's disheartening, and it's really sad, because it's just like, you dated one black woman that was just terrible to you, so that means all of them are like that? Like, or you dated, like, say you had like dated 5 black women in a row that was just terrible, and so after that you like, no, I'm done with black women. Like, you have not dated, until you have dated every black woman on this earth, you cannot say anything about a black woman. Even anybody will date a black man, anybody will date a Latina girl, guy, anybody will date a white girl, anybody would date, you know, all these other people. But it's just like, when it comes to black women, people always have to have something to say, or somebody, you know, it's like, you know, it's like here and there you find somebody that actually likes black girls, and it's just like, what did we ever do? Like, what is the problem? Get on with the self-hate and get on with the, you know, stereotyping, because not all black girls are the same. Not all black girls are loud and ratchet and, you know, ignorant, you know, like, you know. And if you are like that, that's fine. Like, don't be like ridiculing people, because who are you to judge anybody? Like, you're nobody, you're not better than anybody just because you act a certain way and somebody else doesn't. Like, next I'm going to talk about colorism. And this really, I've really been seeing this a lot lately. It kind of goes into the same, like the whole thing where people, you know, hate on darker skinned women in particular, or darker skinned people in general. Like, I get tired of hearing, you know, like, oh, she's pretty for a dark-skinned girl, he's cute for a dark-skinned guy, and all this stuff. It's just like, why can't he just be cute, or why can't he just be pretty, you know? Like, I feel like you don't do stuff like, you don't say stuff like that. Like, I just feel like that's extra. Like, if you think somebody's pretty, then just say that. If you think somebody's cute, just say that. Like, because he's making it seem like that those type of people are not ever cute. So it's like, when you actually do find one, you gotta say, oh, they're pretty for this. Like, no, because that's not the case. There's plenty of beautiful dark-skinned people, and there's plenty of beautiful brown-skinned people and light-skinned people. Like, you don't have to add what they look like at the end of it, like, if that makes sense. It's just really annoying. It's so annoying. And I also see people, you know, like, fetishizing like light-skinned girls or mixed girls with curly hair. You know, that's supposed to be the most beautiful thing out there, and it's just like, no, like, that's not the only, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So that's not the only, you know, thing that's considered beautiful. Like, nobody ever shows love to, you know, dark-skinned girls with 4C type hair. Not that we need your validation, but it's just like, it's annoying that in a sense, it's not what's attractive, the most attractive. It's not what's, you know, the most looked for in a person. It's very, like, people that are darker skinned in the black community or with thicker hair are considered less beautiful than a person that would be lighter skinned with a looser hair texture, or, you know, yeah, with a looser hair texture. And that's really messed up, because like, they can't control their hair texture or their skin color. And I personally believe that darker skin is very beautiful, and I believe that, you know, kinkier hair is very beautiful, and the whole world just needs to start like appreciating darker people, because it's just never done. And so I get upset, I get annoyed, I get really annoyed when I see people that are just like, oh, you're racist because you're always talking about you're always talking about melanated people, and dark-skinned women are just so beautiful. What about white girls, and what about light-skinned girls? It's like, nobody's trying to exclude you guys, but we have never been the standard of beauty. We have never been looked at as beautiful. So when we finally, you know, come to love ourselves, it's a problem. Like, where they do that at? You know, nobody ever appreciates darker skinned women with kinkier hair, or nobody ever appreciates either or. So to wrap up this whole video, if you personally, like, if you have a preference in a girl, or if you just have a dating preference, you prefer to date a certain type of people, like, keep it to yourself. Like, nobody cares if you don't like to date a certain type of person. And, you know, if the reason you don't like to date a certain person is because of the generalization you have in your head, then you need to stand back and you need to evaluate your thinking, because don't generalize a certain group of people because you've had, you know, one bad experience, or because you know a person that acts a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't judge anybody before you actually get to know someone. Also, do not put lighter people, or, you know, people with looser hair textures on a pedestal in the black community. Because at the end of the day, we are all black, and we need to really start loving each other, like all of each other in our whole community more, because you don't want anybody feeling underappreciated. Like, we need to lift up each other instead of, you know, bringing each other down. That is all for today's Food for Thought Thursday. If you guys like this topic, make sure you like this video, and leave a comment if you know, want to have some thoughts about this topic. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. It'll all be down below. And subscribe to my channel for more. I'm gonna probably post these like every Thursday or every other Thursday, you know, as much as I can, because I was this close from not filming this today. It's really hot and I'm tired, but I had to get this video out. So yeah, that is all for today's video. I will see you guys next time. Bye.